How you doing? This is Brotha T. If you want to support the channel, we have t-shirts and other merch right there in the description. Just hit the link.
You were a star child, let your light shine for all the world. When you open your mouth to reveal a pearl, let it shine more, just to light the path. If it don't add up, man, just do the math. If it ain't for you, let it pass on through.
How you doing? This is Pineal Wilson, aka yo boy Brotha T, here with another one. So we like to call this channel T's Life Tree, and on T's Life Tree we like to give you little pine cones of wisdom. If you don't know what that is, stick around, stay on the channel, you'll get it. Before we get started, I need you to like and subscribe. I need you to like and subscribe because if you do that, then we can continue to give you those pine cones of wisdom. So today is just that. We're going to talk about what the heck is a pine cone of wisdom. Why in the heck would Terrion name it a pine cone of wisdom? That is the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. I know it doesn't sound like it sounds like something I just made up out the blue, right? With no intentions on it, with no kind of definition, with no deep thinking to it. But actually it's deeper than you think, and I'm the only one that uses that term as far as I know. Pine cone of wisdom. So why in the heck would I say pine cone of wisdom? In order to get there, first you have to understand what I mean by the pine cone. All right, so we have something every single person on this earth is born with, and it's called the pineal gland. All right, YouTube, don't strike me. I didn't say, we're not talking about the private parts, right? The pineal gland, and I'll put it right there on the screen. All right, now the pineal gland is located right here. It's inside your head. Every single person on this earth has one. Now, it just so happens that certain people, more melanated people, if you will, people with darker skin, their pineal gland comes a little more activated, okay? But that does not mean that people that lack melanin don't have a pineal gland. It's just a little bit different, and that can be activated as well. Now, this pineal gland there's a nickname for it, and you've heard this nickname thrown around by people that probably don't even know what it is really. And what we call this is the third eye. All right, now the third eye or pineal gland, when it's open, that opens up your intuition. Okay, that opens up a certain avenue of your spirituality. Doesn't matter what religion you are, your third eye can open. But we'll get into that later, right? Because that'll get deep. I'll have to connect the dots for a lot of you. Now, when your third eye is open, you just see the world differently. Like I said, you're more connected spiritually, okay, and you're more connected to your intuition. Now, still, why does that tie in, Terrion? Because they liken the pineal gland to, it looks like a little pine cone. I know you were waiting for something super deep, but that's it. All right. So what I'm really saying is pine cones of wisdom. That just means wisdom that comes from my third eye, intuition and spirituality. That's it. So those are pine cones of wisdom. I know people were like, why does he keep saying little pine cones of wisdom? I like to drop little pine cones of wisdom. So they come from that. Okay. Now, if you want more research on the pineal gland, it's everywhere. This is scientific. This is not made up, right? Now, the spiritual aspect of it and stuff like that, that can be debated. But the actual physical body part you do have, right? You can look it up. You can look at the parts of it. All right. Now, if you want to open your third eye, you might have to do some research to do that. Or maybe I'll do a whole episode on that, right? Because we all don't walk around with our third eyes open. All right. You should just see the world differently. But if you stay on this platform, I almost predict that eventually yours will be. And when you do, or when it does, I should say, you're going to see the world in a whole different way. And it's going to become a little, your world is going to be easier to navigate. I'll put it like that. All right. And life to me is easier now than ever. Right. And it's not easy, but it's easier. Right. Because I don't let the same things that affect me back then, I don't let them affect me now, because I look at the world differently. So if somebody does something against me, my instant thought is not to, be as harsh on that person. Now, if I have to defend myself, I have to get them up out the paint, then I got to do what I got to do. Now, after the fact, I'll feel bad that I had to hurt you. There you go. That's the difference, right? So, and that'll be the compassionate side of me, like, man, I really had to go upside his head. You know what I mean? I'm just being funny, but I'm not being funny at the same time. All right. Because I'll go back to my shadow side video and you'll know that you're not supposed to be all higher self. Like, you're supposed to keep that shadow side for protection and things like that. So let me wrap this up. So that's just a quick explanation of what a pine cone of wisdom is for those that wanted to know. Like, you watch it episode after episode, why does he keep saying that? So it was actually thought out, okay, like that. And so when you see the shirts, you see the little pine cone in the middle. Notice the pine cone is strategically placed as if, you know, as if this is your, like, almost like your head, right? Or your face or something. Notice where it is. It's right there in the middle. Third eye. There we go. All right, so this is your man, Brotha T. Everything I do is intentional. Just sometimes it doesn't seem like it. And I'll see you on the next episode. I'm going to try to make it good, family. I hope you enjoyed this one, by the way. Like and subscribe. Peace.